Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of August, right through the end of September 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Also, just to let you know that I've opened up a second competition to win a free personal reading from me, and I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What can my beautiful Scorpio expect regarding their career in the next 6 weeks? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? What is going on for them? Can you please highlight for them what they are meant to know at this time regarding their career sector? Okay, so we have the Sun card, we have the Devil card. It's in the resistance position, so I'm not surprised to see it show up in the reverse there. We've also got the Temperance card and the Hanged Man, okay? So let me just get the rest of your cards. I definitely see that you're reaching for something, but some of you may have been struggling with doubt recently. You may have been wondering if you are going to obtain the desired results of whatever it is you're working towards at this time. And I definitely see that you are, but I'm also getting this energy that, when you stop doubting yourself, you're going to really get a chance to see what you're truly capable of. So I actually see that some of you are going to really connect to something very special in the next 6 weeks, but we'll get to that in a moment. I do see also with the Sun card, you're trying to be super positive, but it's just moments of doubt. But I also see some of you may have been working in a very toxic environment, or perhaps you've been obsessed with something and it's put a lot of pressure on your shoulders. But I also feel here, this is about you doing something that you love. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, you're very busy. And I feel that, some of you may have been pushed and pulled in many different directions. You've got a lot going on right now. And when you've got that amount of stuff to do, because I see that you're pretty exhausted with that Queen of Cups there, some of you are feeling pretty drained. And I feel you're actually going to have more energy, more sort of, I'm being given an actual word in the water, so it's just caught my attention there. I'm being given the word revive. So this could be that you're reviving your spirits for whatever it is that you do. You're going to have extra energy in the next 6 weeks. Could also be that something that perhaps you thought was finished or done with, it will revive, or you may have to revisit it in the next coming weeks or months there. But also I'm getting an energy that perhaps some of you are just back in the flow, new energy, new ideas, new enthusiasm for whatever it is that you do. And some of you could actually be reprising a role, for example. So if you've been currently out of work or looking for a new opportunity, it could be that you are going to step into a very similar role that you have done in the past and you're reviving a position. So it could be that you're going back into something that perhaps you are very knowledgeable and established at, but it may be in a different environment that's not so toxic or highly pressurized there. But also some of you may be just looking at projects that have been left undone, things that you need to tie up loose ends on in the next coming weeks and months. I see that a lot of you are very goal-oriented, very productive in the next coming weeks. I do feel a lot of you, it's going to be business as usual. I gotta be honest with you. You've got a lot of cards where it's like maintaining and sustaining whatever it is that you're doing already. But if some of you are currently looking for a new role, you're contemplating leaving something, or perhaps if you're not in a role at the moment and you're looking for a new opportunity, I see that there is one coming on in that, well, let's put it this way. There's two, but there's one coming on in where you may need to wait a little bit before you kind of like step into that role. So it could be that, for example, you go for a set of interviews and, I feel like you're staircasing every time you interview. So you could be like meeting HR first and then meeting like head of department, then the CEO of the company. It feels like there's stages or steps to this. And, there is something else that comes in the meantime that you feel is also a good role, but it's not as good as the one that you're interviewing in stages for. So I feel there could be a temptation for you to take something that perhaps is offered before the other one, if that makes sense. So really, you've got some decisions to make. You will know the right decision for you. Intuitively, you'll know you're following your heart, basically. I feel also the Two of Pentacles can indicate fluctuating money. So I feel one role or one opportunity or even one project, because if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, it could be a new client that comes in, or perhaps two clients, and one is offering you a large amount of money, but they don't need your services until a little bit later on. And then there's someone else who comes in and offers you a lower amount of money for something, but they kind of like need it now. But it's almost like you may need your energy or your resources to be able to do the big project for the bigger money. And you need to work out what you want to do with that. I definitely see that for some of you, don't burn yourself out. But I feel like you're choosing the best opportunity. That's what I see there. You're choosing the best opportunity. And also, I feel some of you, if you've been having a bit of a difficult time or trying to brainstorm some solutions to a problem that you've had in your working environment, the next 6 weeks brings clarity for you, and you're basically doing something bold and daring that perhaps you've not done before, but it sets you apart from other people, because this next coming weeks is your time to shine, okay? Your first card there is the Sun card, and this is all about the spotlight being on you, but it's about illuminating, the pathway ahead. It's about seeing clearly what it is that you're working towards, and some of you are taking stock of your progress right now. And with this card, I feel this is about you having confidence, and sometimes with that Devil card in the resistance position, that doubt can come in occasionally, especially if you feel that opportunity is delayed, or when you're working towards something and you can see the goal, but it always seems like out of reach. Sometimes we can feel, oh, what am I working towards? Or am I ever going to achieve that? Or it just feels really hard and it feels like it's draining. But actually, you're someone who does not give up. You're the sort of person that you go after whatever it is that's the object of your desire, and you will reach it. I see a lot of success here for you. But the next 6 weeks, it feels a lot like you're maintaining your position. You're working hard towards that object of your desire, your goals. But also, I feel like you're trying to be more positive about what it is that you do. This card is all about energy. And I also see that there's an energy of positivity here. So it's almost like this revival of spirit. Maybe that's why I was given that word, because it feels like suddenly you're bursting with this new energy, or you're going to be super organized, and you really see clearly the next steps that you want to take on your career path. Now, the Sun card tends to mean that a lot of people like you, that you are someone who attracts a lot of attention in your industry. You are someone who is established at what you do. You're very gifted, very talented. You're the go-to person for knowledge as well, is what I'm seeing there. And I feel this is a time to embrace your confidence in your industry, because I feel there's an energy here of advancement, but also acknowledgement in the next coming weeks. Now, of course, this card, it also indicates that, you're keeping your eye on the prize. And because my guides won't let me finish with this card, you're reaching for something that you feel is the long game, okay? So I feel like you're playing the long game in your career. For some of you, it could be that you're trying to set up second streams of income, because you've got the Two of Pentacles there. You know that there's steps in order to take to get to that position, to have everything running smoothly. So I feel like you are strategizing and sticking to a plan. You know, we've got the Herald of Swords there. So this is all about a structure. It's about the next steps. It's about your approach, but it's also about broadening your perspective. So I see a lot of you looking at trying to implement new skills or, you know, learn something new in order to adapt to an environment that perhaps is changing. There may be some restructure there going on in your industry. Could be new rules, regulations, policies that you feel like you need to keep up with. And I feel like you are always someone who is ahead of the game. And I really feel here this is about exerting your healthy boundaries in your working environment, knowing when there is a healthy cutoff point. Because I see a lot of you trying to manage your stress levels this month and taking your mental health really seriously. I mean, you tend to, but I feel there may have been something that was critical that you were working on, or you felt there was a lot of pressure recently. And I feel like you're just trying to be responding differently this time to challenging situations. But, you know, challenging situations, I really get a sense here that if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So I feel some of these experiences that perhaps you've been having in your career that have been difficult are actually leading you to have knowledge for the next stages. So, for example, if you're going through something challenging or you just did in your career and you're about to go for a new role, maybe you're interviewing, I feel there could be one of those questions. Tell me about that time where you dealt with a very difficult situation and you have something really unique to say and it sets you apart from other people. So sometimes the things that we experience that are hard, they are happening for a reason to help you later on in your career. But also with the Herald of Swords, heralds, of course, they herald news. So I definitely see that there is some positive news coming your way. It's something that could be offered to you that you're going to love. Now, at this stage, I feel you're working towards something. It's not quite the position you want to be in. I gotta be honest with you, I feel it's like a stepping stone to something. So it could be a new client or a new lucrative deal or an opportunity to increase your knowledge or even an incentive in some way. Because I see that Two of Pentacles. It could be that there's like an incentive financially to raise your money in some way. There could be like a small raise there. Maybe even a little bonus for some. But I feel this could be something that you're going to be told because I'm getting strong appraisal energy here. So some of you could have like a review or an interview or even, as I said, an appraisal or meeting with someone in a position of authority. I feel for some of you, this is a person who perhaps is very cold, very austere. This person, they're very critical, very harsh. And I feel actually this person is, how can I put this? This person, they kind of like are a little bit hard on you sometimes. They may be micromanaging you, but actually the way I'm getting this person is that they see a little something of themselves in you. And I feel this person is leaving, actually. You may hear in the next coming months that this person's giving in their notice. Are they giving in their... Well, they may also be like transferred to another branch is what I'm getting. They leave the environment. That's the main energy I get. And I feel that they are actually putting in a good word for you behind the scenes. So it could be that they are thinking about you taking over their position, or it could be that there is a new role coming up that is a little bit later on in the year, and they think that you're the best person for the job, but they feel they need to test you first before they really like put you forward for it, because I feel like their reputation is on the line as well as to who gets this lucrative role. So for some of you, just notice that when you're being tested by a person, I feel this person has ulterior motives. Now, of course, if they're being really toxic with it, that's not acceptable at all. So I feel for some of you, you're thinking about leaving a position in order to like go elsewhere. And I feel some of you may even have like an exit interview with HR. And I feel that's when you reveal how things have been really going down. It's like when you're leaving, you're like spilling the beans and saying, hey, you want to keep your eye on this person because they are not acting in a professional manner. they are toxic, or they're creating an environment where people are, struggling to really be confident about their skills, or they just feel like they're walking on eggshells every single day. So if some of you are actually experiencing that right now, I feel some of you could be putting your resume out there and you hear back on a new job or role that's offered to you, and you're leaving, and that's when you kind of, like, as I said, tell HR what's been going on. So also, I see, for those of you who are really confident and comfortable in the role that you're in right now, I see really great news coming your way where you restructure whatever it is that you're doing. So it could be that you are upskilling in some way, gaining new knowledge. I actually see some of you are taking on 2 projects, okay? I feel like you've got a lot on your plate in general, but I also feel like you have the energy, drive, motivation to really hit your targets. Some of you may have some deadlines this month. Don't sweat the small stuff. I definitely see that you hit your deadlines. You're right on target there. But that 2 of Pentacles and these, Knight of Cups and the Herald of Swords, I feel this is about you brainstorming new ideas or new projects, things that perhaps you are curious about taking your career to the next level. And I feel like you're strategizing at this time. Super organized, and I feel very productive this month as well. Knight of Cups, this is about you following your heart, but it's also about you acknowledging what you have to offer when it comes to your career. And you give your all, okay? You're all in. And this card, it indicates that you're following your bliss, and, you can see that your money will start to increase as you move through your career. There is not stagnant energy when it comes to your finances. So some of you, it could be that you're just, going that extra mile because at the end of the year it's going to be bonus time, and I feel like you're being noticed by people in positions of authority, and they are marking you right now for an increase and a bonus. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, this is about you diversifying and opening up to new ideas, something that you've been yearning to implement into your current practice. I feel your clients or your customers are going to really love it, and I feel it brings in more money for you there as well. Also, I see a lot of you are keeping a tight rein on your finances, and you're not kind of like emotional spending is what I see. I feel like you're being a little bit stricter with yourself, but also I feel like you are finding good deals and discounts if you are trying to purchase anything large. I mean, we've got the Devil card there, and it's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. So this means you are liberating yourself out of a very stuck situation. Some of you may have felt drained. You may have felt that you become aware of a very toxic or austere environment, and you feel like there's either office politics or perhaps no team support for you right now. You may even feel like you've hit a glass ceiling or a plateau in some way, and you're trying to reach higher. That's what this card is definitely about. So it's about you looking at where is the glass ceiling and how you can smash right through it. Because I definitely see that you're biding your time towards something, some sort of major move. And when the moment is right, you're striking when that iron is hot, and you're going to be very successful. I feel like you're letting go of something in order to grasp something better, because that hangman energy, there tends to be, an energy of you sacrificing something in order for something new, a new opportunity to manifest for you at this time. Now, of course, this card is all about the shadow self. So this is about you having more confidence within yourself. And it's also about having faith that, your money will actually increase over time, and that you're working really hard towards either implementing second streams of income or trying to find new ideas in order to have more savings. And I feel the next 6 weeks are very critical, because there's going to be an idea that you're very curious about, and I feel it will amplify your wealth in some way. This could be something that you are very talented at. It could be a hidden talent that you've got, or it could be a creative endeavor that you've been thinking about doing, but it's ticking on over in the back of your mind. Well, it's going to come to the forefront of your mind in the next 6 weeks, and I feel like you may actually start implementing steps towards launching it or getting it in motion. Remember perfectionism, because the Devil card can also represent perfectionism. Sometimes that can stifle us. It can actually stop us from opening ourselves up to launching something, because we'll never feel the moment is right. So just be a little bit aware of perfectionism in your career. Because I feel, sometimes it's better to get started than wait for the right moment. Because sometimes, especially if you're a little bit critical on yourself, which I see that you are, sometimes the right moment, it, never arrives. So I want you to be aware of that too. Now, we've got the Queen of Cups, and it's in the resistance position, like you got it in the reverse there. Now, this can indicate that some of you, you're being like super observant about something going on in your industry. And, when you get the Queen of Cups, especially in the upright, when it's to do with finances, it can mean that, you hand the financial reins over to someone else, like an accountant or a tax advisor or something like that. But with it in the resistance position, I feel like you are firmly focused on your finances yourself. Even if you do have an accountant, I feel like you are casting a critical eye over your finances at this moment in time. Some of you may even be learning new financial structures like, generational wealth, trusts, or I feel like you're trying to really work something out financially so that you are really knowledgeable so that you can actually think about generational wealth. And I feel this is something that perhaps you could be focusing on in the next 6 weeks. Also, this Queen of Cups, it will go into the upright. So I feel there is an energy here of you, of course, following your heart, but I feel there's an energy of you being secure in your role, that you have established yourself as someone who is really passionate, intense about what you do, you're super focused, and when you put your whole heart and soul into everything, I feel like no matter the time frame, you're going to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. And I see a lot of success here. I see you being noticed by somebody in particular who loves what you do. So whether you are an entrepreneur and you are being seen by customer, client base, whatever it is, I feel like, people value what you have to offer. And even if you're in a company and you work for an industry or a brand or a branch, I definitely get an energy here that there is someone who tends to be super critical. They actually really value your skill set and see you as an asset to any team. And I feel that they want to offer you new opportunities. So it could be that they offer you, a course to upskill, or maybe they want you to take over a department or a figurehead, like a deal or a project. I just get this energy that they want to offer you more because they don't want to lose you. So that's coming out there as well. Now, we do have that Six of Swords, but is in the resistance position. So a lot of you have been tested in your career recently, and you may have felt there's a lot of difficulty. I feel like you've had a lot on your mind. Some of you may have even been taking your work home with you. If you don't work from home, there may have been something that's been on your mind recently, and you've just been like working through it. Even when you are at home, it feels this unsettling kind of energy there. But you will find that solution to this problem or whatever it is that's on your mind. It will be resolved and you will move past this, because anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. Six of Swords means, that you are going through a transition or a change, and it's been a bit of a bumpy road. Things have been a little bit turbulent in your career or in your industry. And I feel like, you are positively moving through this, even if you feel you've been struggling or you've had low motivation or drive recently, but that's all about to shift and change for you. I feel like you're being guided towards a much more calmer environment. For some of you, that means that you're putting your resume out there and, you're moving on from something. Six of Swords can be like exiting something that you feel hasn't been right for you. I feel also a lot of you are returning to a project or an idea, and you're revamping it in a way in order to get it in motion, and it may have been testing to get it started, but actually I see it's going to bring really positive and unexpected results there as well. Now, Six of Swords, for some of you, you're really exhausted and you need a break. So even if you take like one day for yourself, that's really going to give your beautiful brain a little bit of a rest, because I feel a lot of you, some of you are giving yourself like a physical rest, but you're not giving yourself a mental rest. So I get this energy that, really shutting off when you have some time for yourself. No cell phone, for example. Mindfulness is important because these cards are indicating something has been swirling around your mind recently. It could be that you're feeling cautious because there's some changes in your industry, or you're even a little bit cautious about world events right now and how it affects your industry or the flow of whatever it is that you do. And I feel with the Two of Pentacles, you are being really flexible. You're someone who is naturally gifted at adapting to changeable circumstances. That's why you are always represented by the phoenix rising from the ashes. When things are difficult, that's when you kind of like gather extra energy and extra power to rise up and be the best that you are. So if there is change going on, it's actually going to benefit you rather than hinder you. So I want you to be aware of that as well. But also I feel some of you, you've been working really hard for some time and you can't see evidence of your ships coming in. I feel there is a little bit of a delay more, I have to be honest with you. But with that Two of Pentacles, I see that you are going to have like evidence of a very unexpected, how can I put that? Development. Yeah, there's an unexpected development coming through here where I see a little bit of an increase in your finances. I mean, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, this could come in the form of more responsibility. So, you know, your employer could come to you and say, hey, Scorpio, would you like to be the figurehead of the health and safety department? Would you like to be a fire warden? Would you like to be a first aider? And there's a financial incentive that goes with that. So you could get some extra money that way. That's coming through there as well. For some of you, this could also be that they want you to do some extra time in the office. And normally there may not be a financial incentive, but I feel this time there is something coming through there, or it adds to a bonus. But I do see that you're going to be super productive. And I mean, this card, it's the Temperance card. And it's like moderation, okay? So I really feel that whatever you've been experiencing, I feel it's improving. There are advancements here, but I also feel it's kind of more of the same of what you've been doing recently. The Temperance card also indicates that you're focusing on your true life's purpose and mission, but you could also be re-examining your priorities right now, okay? This card is pointing you to your life's meaning, but also to your purpose. So I feel like you are checking in with yourself, checking in to see if you're on the right path, what adaptations you need to make in order to be completely in alignment with your goals and your dreams, because whatever you're reaching for, you're very ambitious and you're going to accomplish it, but you know that it is a slow and steady road towards whatever it is you want to accomplish, okay? This is what establishes you as someone who is the best at what you do. You know, you're not a one-hit wonder. You're not a here today, gone tomorrow. You're not a flash in the pan. You're the sort of person who is successful in your own right and actually is destined for the top and here to stay at the top is what I get here. So it's a steady rise towards wherever you're working towards right now. Also with this card, there's an energy here of like overseas links, okay? So some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, this could be you going international. You could be diversifying whatever it is you do, implementing new things just to keep things fresh. And there could be like a client from overseas, or there could be some opportunity for you to relocate, or some of you may even be thinking about emigrating and working in different countries. I mean, because you have some flexible energy here, some of you are thinking about second streams of income or a more nomadic lifestyle. So it could be that you're trying to work in a different way than the usual sort of 9 to 5. But I feel some of you are trying to also have the best of both worlds. You may be working a 9 to 5 and doing something that you're creatively drawn to do on the side because of that Two of Pentacles. It may be something that you've been delaying a launch on or holding back on, but I definitely see that you're going to stride boldly towards launching that over the next 6 weeks, or at least be in a position where you're ready to do that just afterwards. Now, of course, the Hangman, this is a card of knowledge, so new knowledge comes to you this month. I feel there's a couple of nuggets of truth and knowledge coming towards you. So I see some of you thinking about courses of learning, trying to keep things fresh, as I said, learn new things so you can stay ahead of the competition and really be an asset in any industry that you work in. But also I feel there is some good news coming towards you. It's the Herald, whatever this is. It's something you're going to love that's offered to you. So it could be a lucrative deal, could be a lucrative project, could be an opportunity to be really seen, you know, doors opening. I feel, you're in a spotlight. You tend to like to be the power behind the throne. You don't normally kind of like promote your work or shout about whatever it is that you do. You tend to just do your work and let it speak for itself. But I see that by promoting your work is also going to help you. So some of you, you may be a little bit nervous about like putting your work out there, especially if it's creative and it comes from you, but actually it's going to be received really well. And people are going to come towards you wanting more, is what I see there as well. Now, of course, the Hangman, when it comes to finances, it's like, don't sweat the small stuff. It's like, relax a little bit more. You're doing a great job. If no one's told you, you're doing an awesome job right now. See things from a different perspective. How can you work smarter, not harder? So I feel like you are structuring your time. I feel there's this energy of implementing a new schedule or a new way of working so that you can get the best of your energy at the most kind of like critical time, so you don't burn yourself out. So I feel like if you work better in the morning, for example, I feel like you're doing the hard stuff in the morning and then leaving other things for the afternoon, and vice versa. I also get an energy here. It's very interesting because if you have a look at these two cards, my guides are showing me this. There's like two triangles there with an eye in it, of course. So some of you, it could be that you're going to have an eye-opening experience about someone in your working industry. This could be an awakening. Maybe you see them in a new light in some way. But also I feel this is about you reaching for something, but I feel it's discovered in a very unusual place, or there is like an unexpected development on how you accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. So it could present itself as a sidestep at first, or a stepping stone. It feels like it's an advancement, but it's to the side. That's the energy that I'm being given. So for example, if you are in this position and you want to head to this position, I feel like the universe is sending you a position right here. So it's closer to your goal, but it's kind of like a stepping stone and it's off to the side. So it could be like a plot twist, could be, suddenly a person who perhaps you didn't normally get along with surprises you and puts you up for something that's actually really great for you. It could also be that suddenly a new role appears and you're like, okay, it's not exactly what I was hoping for, but it's really exciting and interesting, and I'm very curious about where it could lead. So I feel some of you may be like looking at an alternative path to get to where you want to go. So listen to those hunches because they're really going to help you in this. Two of Pentacles, of course, is to be very flexible in your circumstances, because I feel industries are changing. There is a restructure going on here, but I feel like you see this. You're always ahead of the curve. You're the sort of person, you live your life like a chessboard. You're always 2 or 3 moves ahead of your opponent or of life. You're always strategizing to make sure that you're never surprised, so that you think of every eventuality before it happens so you know how to deal with it. And I feel this Two of Pentacles here is an energy of you constantly sort of like moving around. Yes, you're going to be very busy. I feel like this is about where you put your energy and your time, but also I feel this could be that you're juggling your finances as well. So it could be that you're going to be able to save a little bit, and obviously you're going to recognize that when your money comes in, it's going to go out in bills and things like that. So I feel with the Hangman and the Temperance card, I feel there's an energy here of you like spending in moderation, so that you get to save a little bit more than you spend. But also I feel some of you, if you are going to purchase something large in the next coming weeks, or you're saving for something like a vacation, because I definitely see that you need one. I mean, for some of you, you've just come back from a vacation and you're like super stoked to get moving forward on ideas and new ways of doing things. And you're just excited and enthusiastic about getting back into the flow of things. But if you're exhausted, which I see a lot of you, even if you've had a vacation, I feel like some of you are still really exhausted and drained. I feel like you're actually going to work towards saving some sort of quick getaway, or a vacation or something, and you may be like dipping into savings a little bit or you're saving for it so that you can make sure that you do it and honor your energy so that you can come back to your career or your creative endeavors with clarity and with extra enthusiasm and energy. And also we got the Strength card. So this is about stamina. It's about motivation. It's about you having the power to be disciplined. I feel that, this is energy of you focusing on your health. You're someone who you've endured a lot in your career, but you really are a tower of power, and you're someone who is self-made. That's what I'm getting there. So even if someone offers you an opportunity, it's because you've got the talent and the gifts in order to take things to the next level. I feel here that you are working under a difficult environment, but there's a durable energy about you where you are not giving up. You may do something bold and daring in order to set yourself apart from other people. But I feel like, you are really strong, and I feel you have this like inner roar. So I feel a lot of people kind of look at you, and in the working environment, they see you as someone who's super independent. You're very strong in your motivations. You're very strong in your beliefs. You're someone who is very gifted and talented. You tend to stand out. So I would say also that, keep your ideas to yourself, because there is a potential here for people to really see that you're going places and they want a piece of it. So if you've got some great ideas, which I definitely see that you have, you've got the equivalent there of the Page of Swords. So that is about paying attention to what you're doing. You have a genius mind. Some of you are thinking about re-entering some sort of learning period, whether it's course, whether it's college. Some of you may be like going to do like a different qualification, maybe a master's in something, because I feel like you are upgrading your knowledge in some way. But there's always people who are keeping an eye on you and seeing what you're doing, and they just don't have the stamina to go where you're going in terms of success, but they want to piggyback along with you. So just watch out for that, because there may be someone who tries to take your idea and do it before you. Now, they're not going to do as good a job as you. However, I feel this person, they may try to copyright something. If it's something that you're inventing or that you are writing, I would definitely say keep it to yourself, because I've got this smoldering kind of energy of someone keeping their eye on you. Now, before I leave the reading, I see some of you may be headhunted in the next coming weeks and months. It could be someone who comes in, they see what you're capable of, and if you work in a company, for example, they may come towards you and say, you know what, you're really awesome at what you do. How about if I give you a financial incentive, you come and work for me? So I feel there's an energy there of you weighing up your options. A decision needs to be made about something in your career at the end of the month. Could also be if you're an entrepreneur. Could be someone wants to collaborate with you. Take your time to decide whether you want to do this. Of course, that's your call if you want to do that. But I definitely see that, you've got some options going on here. And I feel this is about you, the spotlight being on you. I also feel like you're going to accomplish something that you set out to do. The next 6 weeks, you're literally ticking loads of things off your list. And I also feel like you're going to be recognized for your skill set. There is success here. I do see a small increase in finances there as well. And the Strength card can indicate, because that's your final card, you have unlimited inner resources because you respect yourself, you value your skill set, you know what you have to offer. So therefore, you're not going to accept less than you truly deserve and desire. So I feel some of you, if you're not happy where you're at right now, or you feel the environment is not promoting growth, I feel that you are taking yourself elsewhere in order to be appreciated and recognized for that skill set. Now, I'm just going to get some final cards for you. Please don't worry. There is a rogue card in this deck. It's meant to be there. There it is. Not everybody gets that card. I feel like you may get that card. I'm just getting an energy of it. So I know what card it is. So if it doesn't come out, maybe I'm just being given an energy that you're about to do what's on that card. So let's see. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Anything more for my beautiful Scorpio? One more. They're saying one more. What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Please show them the way. What is it they are meant to know? Okay. I mean, you may want to fast forward this bit. Okay, so it wasn't meant to come out for you, but I was feeling the energy of it. It basically says launch, okay? So it could be that you're launching something in the next coming weeks and months. Now, I did mention the chessboard. That's happened there. We've got the moon and we've got wings and we've got an award. So we've got the moon there. So this is about you being very clear on what you want, something you're wishing for. There may be some uncertain times or even some uncertain kind of energies around it, but I feel like, it's going to work in your favor. It says here fleeting funds, and I mentioned that, money comes in, easy come, easy go. You have to pay on bills as well. Unknown source, being guided, moonlighting, odd jobs, night shift, or part-time. So I felt second stream of income going on there. Some of you, it could be that you're moonlighting, doing something else, but it could also be that you are thinking about extra work. I mentioned that as well, being offered something that normally isn't paid, but I feel you will be given an incentive to take on that extra work or spend extra time in the office there. But also I feel something unknown. So launching something, you don't know how it's going to go. I can see it's going to be very successful and lucrative for you. It requires a lot of work, but I feel like you've got the stamina to make it happen. We've also got award, okay? Winning money. Now it's really interesting because it says here payoff for effort, recognition, advancement. I actually mentioned that word advancement, okay? And I feel that's the nature of your next 6 weeks. It says here professional work and fame. I mean, I didn't get the fame card here for you, but the sun card indicates, your reputation as being someone who's very professional, someone who is noticed for what you do. So if you do want to be in the public eye in some way, I definitely see some projects coming your way that will put you into that sort of arena. And I feel like it's fulfilling for a while, but also I get a sense here that there may be an undercurrent of people who are just, how can I put that? There's just an undercurrent because the Devil card is drawing me really closely to this idea of fame. So it could be that there is, eyes on you for what you do, but they may offer you something else, but there's an attachment to it. It feels very much like, I feel like they have like a lust after you. So just watch out for that, okay? That's coming through a little bit there. And that could be in any industry really, but because I'm getting this sense of the fame thing, I would say just watch out. Not everybody has your best interest at heart, okay? Now, I feel here that whatever it is that you're dreaming of achieving, I feel if you can dream it, you can make it happen. And I feel like you're going to be rewarded for it. Now, the award doesn't always mean that you're actually going to get an actual physical award. It could be a recognition, but it could also be like a bonus. And I feel it's, something that feels uncertain, but actually it's going to become a reality for you. So I feel this bonus or incentive comes a little bit later, maybe towards the end of the year for the bonus thing, but I feel there is a small increase in finances there. We've also got wings. And it says here, rising above money issues, businesses taking off, profit, spiritual work, life purpose, mission. So you're more focused on strategizing, following your heart. And of course, for some of you, not all of you, but some of you are wondering when it's time to retire. Okay, so it could be that you're thinking about either slowing down a pace, maybe becoming a consultant, maybe utilizing all your skill sets so you can become a little bit more independent. Maybe you are setting up your own practice, for example, because I feel this energy of winding something down eventually. So some of you, it could be that you are an entrepreneur and you're winding down your part of the business to either sell it on or perhaps to get someone else to take over it, but you still get some profits in some way. That's coming through there briefly, but that's not going to resonate with everyone. So I thought I'd mention it though. We've also got anchor, which indicates, a search for where you feel like you belong in your career. Also things being a little bit more stable. Money blocks, being stuck, financially sound, water-related, travel, stable for now. Okay, so again, that kind of connects to the reading that we had there for you. Money blocks being lifted is what I see there. Feeling a little bit stuck in your circumstances, but lots of new ideas coming in towards you. Your brain is going to be like firing on all cylinders. Your synapses are going to be electric, lots of new ideas. And I feel For some of you, you're definitely in need of a break, but if you've been feeling tested, you are being guided out of that testing time, and I feel that you are actually being shifted in your awareness. Some of you, because you've had a difficult experience, you may be expecting troubles ahead because there are so many changes going on in your industry, but please know that you are very adaptable and that you are going to be secure. And also we've got the chess, which means you're ahead of that game. You're strategizing, and it says here, money strategy, wise spending, long game, military leader, thinking it through. Now, for some of you, it could be that you're going into the services or you work in the services, but it doesn't have to mean that and you're rising through the ranks. But it could also be like military is like to be very organized, to be super focused, to have something locked into your mind that you want to accomplish and not deter from the path. So I feel it's more about that, but also, you know, you're thinking something through before next steps. And I feel I sort of mentioned that the next 6 weeks feels like it's kind of more of the same. You're playing the long game towards whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish, that long game there. And I feel you're going to accomplish it no matter what. There's success here. And I feel like you're taking things to the top. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. We got 2 rune here for you. So the first one we've got is the day rune. I'm not surprised. Oh no, sorry. I thought it was the day rune. Actually, it is the giant rune, protection. That's weird. That's so weird. I looked at it, and I kid you not. Where is it? I'm going to show you. Where is it? I don't even know where it is now. There. No, that's not it. Okay, well, it is here somewhere. I literally saw the day rune with my own eyes. And I'm just going to, you probably want to fast forward this bit as well, but day rune is in here somewhere. Okay, if you know, there it is. I literally saw that symbol. Okay, saw that symbol. That is the seize the day rune. That is the ambition rune. Okay, but obviously that's not the rune that you got. It's not even close to looking like this, but that's the rune I saw when I looked at it. You know, I see images and, you know, I scry in the water and all of those things. So I would like to kind of include that energy for you, because that's what I saw when I looked at this rune first. So this rune is about the giant. So it basically means that you are taking action on something, you are protected in your advancement, but it also indicates that you are very strong and you are someone who stands out from the crowd. And I feel for some of you, this could indicate that, you know, you are seeking counsel. So you may be talking to HR about something, but also it could be that you're going into HR or you're becoming a consultant yourself. And finally, we've got the human rune. So this is about thinking about yourself, what you need from your career, not just money-based, but that fulfillment. This is also a rune of thought, you know, the strategy before you take action on something, and it is the creative rune. So this indicates, you know, especially if you're creative, this is a very great time for you to launch something or dive into something, reach for something, because you're going to be very successful. But it could be something with that 2 of Pentacles that you are launching on the side. Second streams of income there as well. And if you're in like stocks and shares, there may be some fluctuation going on in the markets. I feel like there is a bit more of an up, and then it'll go down again. I mean, that's pretty much the nature of stocks and shares. I don't really know much about it, but I feel there was a bit of a dip recently is what I read in the news. But if I look at the planetary alignments, there may be a small increase, and then it kind of like goes down, 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 right? So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not really au fait with those things. I'm not a professional in those areas, but I do feel that there is going to be a small increase that is positive and helps people, but then there's going to be like a larger dip, you know what I mean, low dip that perhaps will not benefit people. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you all. If you'd like to enter a competition to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is write in the comments box below, "Love is the answer," and my guides will bring me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading. Also, please keep your notification bell on, because when I upload a video at the end of the month, which I will do at the end of August, announcing the winner's name, you'll want to be notified to see if it's you. I did upload a video for the first winner of the competition, but a lot of people said they didn't get notified, but they didn't have the notification bell on. So please make sure that's on. It will just benefit you if you want to enter the competition. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, and love and light.